Okay, so we'll go ahead and get started. Again, if you do have any questions that pop up, feel free to send them through the chat feature. I'll try to answer them during the meeting. If not, please shoot me an email, or I'll try to gather any questions I didn't get answered and send out an update. I will be sending out a link for the recording after the presentation. We won't have it up until probably tomorrow sometime. It'll be on YouTube, though, and as soon as that is posted, we'll get that out to everybody. So first of all, thank you for registering for Camp Oljato this summer. We're excited to be having all of you. Some of you are returners and some of you are first-time attendees at Camp Oljato, and we're looking forward to a great summer. It's going to be a very full summer. We are tracking ahead of registration over last year, and last year we had about 1,200 scouts and about 300 adults total. So if everything holds true and we keep tracking ahead, it's going to be an even bigger summer, which is great, and we'll have a lot of scouts in camp and a lot of good times for everybody. I'm going to talk this evening about a few things, going over the program, just kind of a review, and as well the daily schedule, merit badge classes, and some other program highlights. We'll be talking about some registration stuff, paperwork requirements, payment deadlines, and all that good stuff, and let you know about some exciting things we have coming up. So to start, talking about the program, for those of you who have been to Camp Oljato in recent years, the schedule isn't changing much over last summer. There's a couple tweaks we're making, but it'll be essentially the same. We do divide the day up into 3 parts, like most Boy Scout summer camps. In the morning, we have our campsite inspections and commissioner and senior patrol leader meetings and merit badge classes, and we'll get more into the nitty-gritty there. Afternoon is primarily open program time, and that's where scouts can work on completing merit badge requirements for merit badges that they're in scheduled classes for. They can work on extra merit badges. They can work on other advancement stuff, or they can just have fun. They can go down to the waterfront and swim or use boats. They'll participate in open shooting programs at our shooting ranges. They can relax in camp if they want. And there's time for adults to have some fun, too. In the evening, we have a number of camp-wide programs that we'll go over in more detail here in the next slide, but that's just kind of a general overview. Some of the key programs that we have at Camp Oljato is on this slide. I'll go over them each a little bit for those of you who are new, and for others it'll just be kind of a review. We do have an honor award program for our units. This is an award for troops that complete a number of requirements as far as participatory requirements in camp, as well as doing service to the camp and some other things that troops that earn that will get a ribbon at the end of their week at camp to put on their unit flag. We also have a camper totem. We introduced this in 2016. It's a leather totem that every scout and adult gets with the camp logo on it. And we have a bead system. So for participating in various things throughout camp during the week, scouts can earn different color beads and add them to the totem, and it's a keepsake to take home from their week at. So we have the fellowship leadership recognition. This is a program designed for senior patrol leaders and crew leaders, youth leaders, to recognize them for their leadership, provide some inspirational thoughts and ideas on how to be good leaders. Tribe of Oljato, very historical program at Oljato. There's 5 different levels, and every scout and adult can earn a rocker over the course of 5 years. There's different requirements, again, involved camp and just number of years attending. Requirements for that and the honor award are listed on our website, and we'll also be providing those the first week of camp. Eagle's Nest is a program to recognize Eagle Scouts. We have a gathering of Eagle Scouts at one point during the week. And again, it's a time of reflection and a time of talking about what it means to be an Eagle Scout and giving back to scouting moving forward. We have 3 different campfires. Sunday night, Wednesday night, and Friday night. The staff do the Sunday and Friday night campfires, and we ask the scouts to do the majority of the programming for the Wednesday night campfires. So that's their opportunity to get up on stage and share their skits or songs or run on. Scouts will be working with the camp leadership in putting that together. Very popular program at Camp Oljato is our Olympicade. It's a series of events, competition the Scouts participate in. And then the Scoutmaster Barbecue is the time where we ask adult leaders to assist in preparing a great steak dinner that's enjoyed down closer to the waterfront and gets the whole camp together for that. And then, of course, we have traditional Boy Scout camp programs. We've got a nature area, scout craft area, handicraft area with all the usual things. One particular program of note that's really popular at Camp Oljato is our Star Float that happens one evening during the week. In that, and sometimes we offer it twice during the week depending on the demand. But that's a great opportunity for scouts to get out on the barge at night and go out and look at the stars with members of our staff explaining the different constellations and what they're looking at in the sky. We get a lot of great reviews for that program, and we're excited to be able to continue to offer it. Shooting sports, there's a lot of excitement going on right now. We've essentially completed construction of a brand new rifle range deck up at our rifle range. There's a few minor finishing details to work out that will be done in the spring, but we'll be dedicating that this summer, and it'll be open for use beginning week 1 for all the scouts. Also at the shotgun range, we've installed some new shooting pads and new thrower houses, and we're getting a new top-of-the-line trap or clay pigeon thrower for our shotgun range. Scouts will be able to enjoy that. And we also now will have running water at all 3 ranges for scouts to be able to wash their hands, fill up their water bottles, and do anything that you might need running water for. As a guy who runs camp, I in particular am very excited that we'll have running water at those 3 program areas now. Our waterfront is what we're known for. We're on Huntington Lake, known for its sailing. We do offer small boat sailing merit badge as well as an advanced sailing class for older scouts who've completed small boat sailing. We also offer swimming merit badge, canoeing, kayaking, rowing, all the regulars. And we did a couple years ago introduce water sports merit badge, where scouts can go water skiing and wakeboarding, and we also offer motorboating merit badge. We also have a log rolling log and a trampoline for use during open program time that scouts like a lot. We have a Trail to First Class program for all those new scouts that just crossed over, and finally a Voyageur program for scouts 14 and older, which offers kind of a excuse me, a sampler program for older scouts, including water skiing, wakeboarding, rock climbing. They go on an extensive hike one day out in the Sierra and do a number of other programs out there. Scouts can participate in that either just in the morning, just in the afternoon, or all day, every day, and it offers a lot of different program opportunities there. For adults, we have a number of trainings that we offer, as well as opportunities. Summer camp is a great place to have adult leaders get trained. One item of note on this slide is BSA Lifeguard. That's also for scouts ages 15 and older, but we do require that we have at least 6 people registered for it in order to conduct the class. We got a question. Do you plan on bringing coat back at some time? We won't have it this. I've been looking at possibilities and where we could put a new coat course, and we have a proposal from a vendor. So it's not set to be open this summer. We have to reconstruct our coat course because our old one was built in the trees, and with the tree mortality in the Sierra, we can no longer operate our old one. Something we're looking at, but at this time we don't have a final plan for that in place. We do have a great rock climbing wall, though, and our climbing staff can train adults as well and climb on safely. The rock wall is a natural rock climbing wall, and you get a lot of great reviews for that. We also have service opportunities throughout the camp. One thing we will be doing this summer, we've had this request from a number of adult leaders last summer, is putting together a list of projects that we have available for adults who might be skilled in different areas and want to provide service to the camp. so that people know what kind of tools to bring and all that good stuff. So our camp ranger, Don Hartline, will be working on putting that list together. And then anybody who wants to do it, whether it's adults or units, can come up and help provide service. But otherwise, for adults, there's lots of great opportunities for fishing, hiking, just enjoying the Sierra. It's a great place to be if you haven't been there. And many of you I know have been there and can attest to that. So plenty of things for everybody to take part in. Next, we're going to talk about the merit badges, the classes that we're offering. And I think I just noticed a typo. I didn't actually count the classes this year. I think we're actually at 47-ish or so. This 46 is give or take 1 or 2 right now. But this is the whole list. I'll be posting the list online either later tonight or tomorrow morning of all the merit badges that we'll be offering. We have a number of Eagle required merit badges, including cooking, emergency preparedness, environmental science, first aid, sustainability, and swimming. We have all the shooting sports merit badges, and of course a number of the handicraft, scoutcraft area merit badges as well. And as I mentioned, we have the advanced sailing program for scouts that have completed small boat sailing and are older. Other items of note are some of the merit badges do have a nominal fee to help cover supplies. And horsemanship has the largest extra fee at $105. We use an external vendor for that. Scouts actually go across the lake and spend all day Tuesday to do the horsemanship merit badge with them. But a lot of great reviews on that program as well. So, like I said, we'll be getting this list online shortly. One other item of note, motorboating merit badge, minimum age is 12 due to California state law on how old somebody has to be to operate a motorboat. All right. This is our week at a glance. The minor details of this are subject to change a little bit here and there, but this is the gist of it and overall concept. As you can see, we do merit badge sessions in the morning, open program time in the afternoon, as I said. One thing we did introduce last summer was we'd gotten the feedback that some of the merit badges do require more time or are further away from central camp and should have more time allotted for them. So some merit badges we block into sessions A and B, which are an hour and a half long versus an hour long, which are sessions 1, 2, and 3. Definitely want to make sure everybody's aware of that. I think that everybody that was with us last summer, by the time we got through camp, was fairly comfortable with it, and we got that feedback, but it can be a little bit confusing if you're unfamiliar with it. Ultimately, what it is, for instance, shooting sports merit badges, because they are further away from camp and require a significant time commitment because of needing to qualify, or other merit badges that take a lot of time, like life-saving and some others, we put into those longer blocks. And they tend to be merit badges that primarily older scouts participate in, but anybody can participate in them. One new thing that we are doing this summer, if you've been with us the last 2 summers, we were doing a merit badge registration system where we asked people to rank their merit badges and give us a few options, and then we customized the schedule every week. That tended to cause a bit of confusion among units and required a lot of staff time as well. And we listened to the feedback of a number of units and decided we will not be doing that again this year. So we will be putting the merit badge schedule out. Each class will have its allotted time. Some merit badges will only be open program time merit badges, some of the craft ones and things like that, but they'll have allotted times and capacities. And beginning March 1, you'll be able to sign your scouts up for the merit badges that they want. And as soon as you sign them up, you'll have their merit badge schedule. That will be their schedule unless you change it. Definitely would encourage everybody to sign your scouts up for the merit badges they want sooner rather than later, because particularly ones with smaller capacities or that are much more popular tend to fill up quicker, obviously, and might not be able to accommodate that. We will still do our best to honor requests to change schedules at camp, but it will be depending on availability and all of those things. So I'll be sending out in the next couple of weeks instructions specifically on how to register Scouts for merit badges. But again, beginning March 1st, it'll be available. You'll be able to register any Scout who you've paid the $100 deposit for at that time for the merit badges that they would like, and it will be for particular sessions. So, for instance, if your Scout wants to take, let's just say, basketry, art, and pioneering, you'll sign them up for the 9:30 a.m. basketry session, the 10:30 a.m. art session, and the 11:30 a.m. pioneering session. And also, please, I don't remember exactly where we're putting each of those merit badges, so don't take my word that for sure basketry will be a 9:30 class, but that would be, for instance, how you'd sign them up and get them squared away. There will be no merit badges that require payment in advance during free time, only merit badges that require buying materials either in the trading post or bringing your own. So things like a basketry or something like that. We only charge, I'll actually go back a slide, there's only a handful of merit badges that we charge a fee for, and they all will be during regularly scheduled merit badge classes in the morning. Those are archery, rifle shooting, shotgun shooting, horsemanship, motorboating, water sports, and welding. Those are the only ones that we charge a set fee for and that must be paid prior to coming to camp. All other merit badges that might have associated costs, like basketry or Indian lore, those costs would be in the form of having to buy supplies for the merit badge, and that can be done at camp in the trading post. We won't collect those fees ahead of time. And as you can see on the schedule, we do have the different evening programs lined out. Again, this may change a little bit here and there, but ultimately that is what the schedule is looking like. So got a question that could a Scout take small boat sailing in free time and earn it during free time? It depends on whether we're offering the merit badge during free time. I don't believe we plan on offering small boat sailing during free time. That would be a class that would only be during regularly scheduled merit badge classes. But for instance, art is one that could be worked on during open program time. All right. So everybody's favorite part, payment deadlines. Wanted to make sure we got this out there and let everybody know about it. Everybody should be aware of our fees by now and all that good stuff. So but we'll go through this. So the first thing that everybody has to pay is the $150 unit deposit. If you're on this call, that more than likely means your unit is already registered for camp this summer, which means you've paid that deposit. Then the next payment due will be it'll be due by March 1st, and that's $100 per person. That confirms the individuals for camp for the summer. And that is also the day that merit badge registration will open. So in order to make sure you're able to sign your Scouts up on March 1st for merit badges, you should have their deposits paid in advance of that. Merit badge registration will open at 9 a.m. on that day. And then the balance of outstanding fees is due May 1. See, there's a couple questions about merit badges. I'll come back to those in just a minute. Just to briefly talk about the fees, we have the early bird fees, which applies to anybody in your unit, provided your unit registered by October 1st with a $150 deposit, and that individual is confirmed by May 1st. The regular fee is for anybody in a unit that registered after October 1st who's registered and confirmed with a $100 deposit by May 1st. And then the late fee is for any individual that you add to your unit after May 1st. The only exception to that is Scouts who cross over from Webelos in 2018. This spring, we will honor the regular fee for them if you register them after May 1st. So I'm going to go back and tackle a couple of questions. As I said, merit badge sign-ups will open on March 1st. There will be class limits for pretty much every regularly scheduled class will have some sort of capacity, but for instance, a class like welding where we have very limited supplies and resources, that will have a much smaller class size capacity. Same with motorboating. Our shooting sports have very specific numbers that we can do because we can only have, for instance, 8 people shooting rifles at once and things like that. So there will be class limits. When you go to register your scout for their merit badges, if a class is already at capacity, it will not allow you to register a scout for it. So that would be the other reason to register scouts early for merit badges. So all those capacities will be set and they'll be built into the online system. The fees went up about $10 over last year. That was another question. Another question was, if we pay the non-refundable deposit for a scout, can we swap it with another scout if the first scout can't make it? The short answer is yes. We do require transfer requests be 30 days ahead of time in order to transfer fees from one scout to another, but yes, you can transfer fees from one scout to another. Or if you have a scout drop at the last minute but replace them with a scout at that same time, we can transfer those fees. The $100 deposit can be made per scout anytime. The system is open now. In the emails I have sent to everybody, there's a link to your registration page. If you are listed as a contact and are getting the emails from me for your unit, that means that you have access to that registration page on our website, provided you have a login to our website and are logged in. And from there, you can go through and add scouts and adults and make the $100 deposit per person. And yes, the 2017 is a mistake. That should say 2018. It's the one thing I missed there. All right. I'm going to go to the next slide here. On our website, there are going to be step-by-step instructions. There are step-by-step instructions on how to add money to your contingent account, how to register individual scouts and adults, how to pay deposits, how to make other payments. There will also be step-by-step instructions with screenshots on how to sign scouts up for merit badges. That'll be up here in the next couple of weeks. So yep, any unit that registered prior to October 1st is getting that early bird fee, paid the deposit at that time, and prepaid deposits for scouts crossing over at a later time. You won't, obviously, if you have scouts join your troop later, you won't be able to pay a deposit by March 1st, and that's why for scouts that cross over this spring, we do honor the regular fee later on. The downside is you won't be able to sign them up for merit badges as early, but a lot of the merit badges and also Trail to First Class that most new scouts take tend to be lower class sizes, not lower class, they have higher capacities in the classes, and we also offer more sessions of them to accommodate that. Wanted to make sure we talked about some paperwork requirements early and often, so everybody is set up for success to check in when arriving at camp this summer. There's a number of things that every unit must bring to camp to check in and meet all of our policies. So I want to go through this. We do require 3 copies of our resident camp roster listing all scouts and adults that are attending camp that week. It's a specific form. It's on our website. There's a PDF version and an Excel version. You can fill it out electronically and print it out, so you don't have to do it by hand. But we do need 3 copies. And the reason I stipulate that it needs to be of all scouts and adults attending camp with a unit. We cannot accept a unit roster with people crossed off. There's specific items that we use on that roster to make sure everything else is in line. It helps keep everything organized. The 3 copies are so that there's one for the business office, one for the health office, and one for you to have with a unit so that we all know who is supposed to be in camp at all times, and we all know that everybody's got the appropriate paperwork for whatever they might be doing or just to be in camp. BSA Health and Medical Record Parts A, B, and C are required for all attendees. That's not a change. but just make sure that people are going and getting those physicals done and having their doctor sign the form. California Rifle and Shotgun Permission Form. We did get a new form very close to summer camp starting last summer, but it's been out for a while now. It is on our website. Any scout who wants to shoot rifle or shotgun must come to camp with 4 copies of their rifle and shotgun permission form. This is a form and policy that was given to us by the National Office for use in California to meet California state law regarding use of firearms in camp by minors. So that's very important. We will not allow a scout who does not have that form to shoot any rifles or shotguns at camp. A new requirement of the BSA, we used to allow units to come with 1 registered adult, and then any other adults didn't have to be registered. Now a requirement is that any adult attending resident camp, any Boy Scout resident camp in the country, must be registered with the Boy Scouts of America. So that will be a change, and we will have to have verification of membership for all attendees, including adults. So just make sure as you're planning who's attending camp this summer that you have them registered in the Boy Scouts of America in your unit or in some other way prior to coming to camp, and have either their membership card or a copy of the unit charter or something else just to show that they are registered in the Boy Scouts of America. As I said, that's a new requirement of all Boy Scout camps. Not new, but just as important, we do need verification of current youth protection training for all adults. And then we do also require that at least 1 adult who will be in camp all week has current weather hazards training. That can be done online at my.scouting.org, just like youth protection training. We do not require proof of accident and sickness insurance. Every unit in the country should be covered by the BSA's plan on that. And we do not charge for the first 2 liters for any unit coming to camp. So just to answer the last couple questions I got. All right. So some key dates for everybody. The next online leader meeting will be going a little bit more in depth about merit badge registration. It'll be a little over a week before registration will open, so we'll be going in depth into that, as well as more just reminders on various things, any other program updates we have. But that will be February 21st, again at 7 p.m. It'll be online. The login information will be exactly the same, but we will send that out in a couple days ahead of time just so everybody has it. But that will be the next one of these. And then again, March 1st is when the $100 per person deposit is due and merit badge registration opens. Merit badge registration will go live online at 9 a.m. on March 1st. April 18th, we'll have another online leader meeting. May 1st, balance of fees are due. And again, all registrations after that are charged a late fee unless they are a newly crossed over scout. May 5th, we have our traditional in-person leader meeting at our Palo Alto Service Center. Last year, we attempted to webcast that live and then learned that our bandwidth wasn't enough for it. So what we will do this year is we will record it. We'll do a video recording of that meeting, and then we will post it to YouTube afterwards for anybody who cannot attend in person in Palo Alto. We have a number of units from Southern California as well as Nevada and Arizona that I'm sure you don't want to make the trip to Palo Alto for a 2-hour meeting, but we'll make sure to get a video posted online afterward. Memorial Day weekend, definitely want to invite everybody to come to our work party weekend. That's our traditional time where we open up the camp and get it ready after the winter months. We get the plumbing turned on. We start setting things up. We put boats in the water. It's a lot of fun. We cook some good food, and it's a great service opportunity for scouts. And it's a great opportunity to see the camp from behind the scenes and at a slightly different time of year. And who knows, there may still be snow on the ground. Last year we had quite a bit of snow on the ground still. So it's a fun opportunity, and we'll be putting out information about that as well. But it's definitely something that everybody is welcome to come to. June 10th is, by June 10th, all of our staff will be at camp, and when the full staff week starts. We have some staff reporting earlier than that to get things ready, but we'll be at full staff by June 10th, and then June 17th is when week 1 begins. To answer another question, merit badge registration opens at 9 a.m. Pacific time on March 1st. So all the times that we will be publishing will be Pacific time. All right. And then finally, we'll be sharing this document as well. It'll be in a document rather than a PowerPoint slide, but this is just a checklist that we put together to help your unit make sure that you're staying on track for a great summer and all that good stuff. So definitely want you to review this and keep it in mind. If you haven't already determined who's going to be coordinating your camp registration, that's going to be the person making sure payments are made, making sure individual scouts are registered, making sure merit badges are signed up for. It's generally easiest if one person is in charge of that. We can't give access for everybody to access your registration online, but we can give it to as many people as you want, but just to kind of keep things clean, it's generally easier if as a unit you pick one, maybe two people who will kind of be handling that. Make sure your leaders and scouts and parents know the pertinent dates, your camp dates, any leader meeting dates, merit badge registration dates, and all that good stuff. Share the Leader's Guide. The Leader's Guide is under a final editorial review right now, so we'll be getting that out very quickly. But one thing that will be going out tomorrow, if not yet tonight, is the list of merit badges, the week at a glance, the fee schedule, payment deadlines, and all that stuff. So that'll be going out here immediately. But the full Leader's Guide that goes over packing lists and more description of the weekend or the evening programs and all that good stuff will be coming out here very shortly. Make sure your scouts and parents know your camp dates, like I said, as well as the fees that they'll owe for both their camp and any other fees your unit charges for travel or anything like that. Provide the list of merit badges to scouts. It'll be the same list I showed earlier in the meeting. And yes, the list will have specific time slots available on it, so that'll be going out here, like I said, tonight or tomorrow to everybody, and we'll also post it on our webpage. But make sure to provide that to scouts. And we recommend that you ask your scouts to select their merit badges by February 15th so that you can get online and get them registered right away early, first thing in March. Make sure you collect $100 per scout and adult attending. Again, recommended by February 15th so that you can get that to us in time for the merit badge registration to open and that deposit deadline on March 1st. Make sure you check YPT status and membership status. I need to update that. Of all adults planning to attend camp, again, they have to have current youth protection and they must be registered members of the Boy Scouts of America in order to attend camp. Make sure people are scheduling their annual physicals to get that Part C of the BSA Health and Medical Record. Just a friendly reminder that that does have to be done annually, and it has to be done within the previous 12 months to when you're at camp. So this is a good time to get it done for anything that scouts and adults are doing this summer. And I caught another thing that I need to remove after last year. An activity plan doesn't exist anymore, so I'll remove that from the checklist before I send it out to everybody. So this presentation we will be posting on the website. We'll post the slides online as well as a video on YouTube. We'll have the audio in case you want to listen to me again, but we'll also just have the slides online as a PDF for anybody who'd like to review it afterwards. So that is the presentation for this evening. Again, we're very much looking forward to having everybody at Camp Oljato this summer. It's looking like it'll be a great summer. We're excited to see you, and feel free to reach out via email or phone with any questions you have moving forward. Thanks a lot, and have a great night, everybody.